And good evening, my friends, on this Sunday evening, 2024 and September 22nd. Wow. Has this month flown by or what? So what I want to talk about today, my friends, is about preventing ODs in within community establishments and community housing. Like I understand understaffed issues with security and so forth, especially on a Sunday. I'm well aware of understaffed issues in the police force too, and so forth. And what I am thinking about, I was talking to another YouTuber today, just early on this morning. A good way to stop or prevent ODs happening is to have some security cleared volunteers to go in groups of three at least, or two at least, and do patrols within these buildings to ensure that there's no excessive drug use, which will lead to the OD, possible probable OD, somewhere, definitely somewhere or other places within the city. And the whole thing is parties. Like at the end of the month, when people get their checks, ODSP or OW or disability or whatever, those are dates when people tend to splurge their money on drinking, partying, drugging, and so forth. And within my building, people are known to do a lot of drugs here in this building. So, there's already been an OD, and the whole key is to try to prevent another OD from happening. We need safety among ourselves. Like, I'm just worried, especially in a small enclosed bachelor apartment, not bachelor apartment, even one bedroom apartment. If there are a lot of people within an apartment and there is drug use, if there happens to be fentanyl in, let's say, a joint or a crack pipe, and there's a lot of people in an enclosed small place, a group of people can die spontaneously just by inhaling that fentanyl. And the last thing we need is a big tragedy of more than a few people dropping dead when there's a party with drug use in it as well. And that is the one thing that's very disconcerting. Halloween's coming up too, Thanksgiving, the end of the month. Those are the times when things will escalate. And Christmas time will be the worst time ever this year. People get depressed. As I said in the other video, suicide will go up. ODs will go up like crazy. Drug use will go up like crazy. Christmas time will be the toughest time of the year for a lot of us, especially with all the things going on with grocery prices going up, financial straits. Food banks are harder to food banks are not enough anymore. There's not enough food in food banks to support us, it seems like. So we need a lot of donations. We need a lot of support in all areas around Christmas time in particular. But I'm going to focus on the parties in the community housing, big social gatherings, and trying to prevent OD. We need volunteers to go around apartments regularly. If security cannot do it, or police, anything else, tenant worker cannot provide anything to help with that, then there has to be some volunteers. There has to be more neighbors checking up on people, making sure there's no drug use, excessive drug use, and to try to prevent another OD or ODs happening. There was another area in this neighborhood where 3 people died of OD in the same night. I do not know the exact details if they died in a group together smoking it and collapsed in the same area. I do not know if they got the drug, went to the separate areas and OD'd in separate areas. I do not know exactly the story, but they all got this laced drug with fentanyl and they all died. There were 3 of them. They all died. And the last thing we need is another group of people dying here of the same thing. And what disconcerts me is a party that might happen in the month, and I'm very worried and concerned about that right now. Like, if it's a party of all kinds of people at this person's place, I am very concerned and very worried about new people coming in with unknown drugs that might may be laced with fentanyl. And have a bad gut feeling that there could be a tragedy that might happen. The last thing we want is a group of people in a party in an apartment all dropping dead of fentanyl poisoning. We've got to make every means possible to prevent any more overdoses within our community, especially in community housing. We do not want that. I mean, that would be a tragedy if something like that happens, and I do not want that happening. My gut just wrenches when I heard there's going to be a party going on, and I'm just worried like crazy, like I hope to God nothing bad happens. And I just have a bad feeling about that. I don't know. Because this person is involved with drugs, knows a lot of people in the drug community. Drugs will be involved, obviously, in circling, obviously. Alcohol too and partying, obviously. But what I'm concerned of is the drugs and a lot of people going there, conjugating in this place, and the very high possible risk of having another OD of fentanyl within this social gathering. That's what I'm worried about. So I'm just really worried about that. I want to make it clear and to the Osage community what's going to be happening. And we're going to try to make safety measures, try to get naloxone kits like crazy, drug testing kits like crazy, so they can test if they must do drugs at this party, get the testing kits and test the drugs, please. We do not need any ODs anymore within our community. Now, drugs will be circling in this party, obviously, as they all do that. Definitely. But please, I'm going to make preventive measures, so everyone will be safe within this party. Nothing will stop this party from going on. The drugs will be circling this party. But we have to make sure people are safe and there are no ODs or fatalities from OD poisoning in this upcoming party coming at the end of the month. So I'm going to talk with the Osage community. It's Thursday about this upcoming party. Naloxone kits have to be distributed. Drug testing kits have to be distributed so there'll be no tragedy as there was here back in July, as someone has died from OD already on this floor. Now, I don't want to be part of this party, of course. I'm not into drugs or anything. If they want to do the drugs and nothing can stop them and so forth, just worry about the OD crisis. That's the only thing on my mind, and we don't need any more of that in this building. So I'm going to try to make preventive measures and safety measures to make this party safe. But it seems like this party is going to happen no matter what it seems like. But safety is the key, no more ODs, and preventive measures for anything tragic to happen. That's the main thing that counts. So volunteers will be needed. Now, I know at the end of the month, there's going to be parties and social gatherings all over the city. Obviously, the OD crisis everywhere, all the time. People doing drugs everywhere, all over the city, not just here. Downtown is a big hot spot too as well. Other community housing establishments downtown, here, all over, scattered throughout the city. Every city has OD crisis. Every city has problems with the community housing. And the good thing to try to tackle that is try to get some volunteers involved. Have neighbors be more vigilant and have security and police ambulances be around certain high-risk areas when needed. Naloxone kits have to be distributed. Drug testing kits should be distributed. And that's the main thing I'm going to try to focus on at this community breakfast. I'll talk to the people there. And we have to keep people safe. I mean, if there's a whiff of the fentanyl in the hallway, for instance, and is smoking it, and you happen to get a small inhale of it, you could drop down too. And no one deserves to have that crap in any community setting. So that's my message right now. Volunteers will be needed. Neighbors have to band together. And I'm going to try to get some drug testing kits distributed, naloxone kits distributed before the end of this month when this party is going to happen with the neighbor down the hall. She always has parties. I mean, even though the 50s and 60s and everything, some of them in the 30s, 40s and everything, but come on. Please be safe, my friends and my neighbors. And I'm just worried about the OD crisis big time. That is one of the main reasons why I don't want drugs circulating within a building. And all of us don't want that. for the OD crisis, not only for the fentanyl crisis, OD crisis, but due to the fact that criminals are involved. Um, Violence escalates when you do too much drugs and mix alcohol. Violence can escalate. When criminals get involved and so forth, then crime will be involved as well when it comes to drugs. Not all people who do drugs are criminals. Of course, they have problems, but it will lead to the road to criminality, whether it be stealing, shoplifting, prostituting, human trafficking, just to get your fix, anything. Because when they do anything to try to get their drugs once they're addicted. So that's another reason I don't like drugs in the building, because it brings criminal activity within the building, violence in the building, and a lot of other problems which affects everyone living in the community. Remember, there are children involved. I don't think there's any kids. Oh, there's actually someone. I remember a lady here has a child here in this building as well, and she comes to our breakfast community every Thursday, and she has a nice little young boy. She comes every Thursday, faithfully, with a beautiful boy there. The last thing we need is to have drugs circling within our building when there's a family involved, especially a little boy and a mother. Can you imagine how traumatizing that would be when this boy happens to stumble across something tragic or violent? This little boy does not deserve any violence or hear any violence or have any tragic situations as OD with dead bodies on the ground or something, This little boy doesn't deserve to have ambulance coming and taking my body from someone dying from OD, or a knife stab, or a gunshot, or some violent incident. This young boy living in this building does not deserve to be exposed to that. That is why I'm fighting more than ever against the drugs and all the things going on this floor. And they go back and forth throughout the floor, and this little boy is at risk of being exposed to that, which I'm trying to fight as well. That's the only little boy and mother who are in this building that I know of so far. But this would be tragic if this little boy happens to encounter the things that are going on, especially on this floor. And the third floor too, there's no cameras on both floors. Things go on. I'm not sure what floor they're on. They're not on this floor, I don't think. Thank God. Because all the things going on here, that'd be too much for the mother and the little kid. So I'm glad that they don't live on this floor. All hell breaks loose with drugs and all these other suspicious activities going on. All these things going on. This floor is just crazy. No camera here. Oh, it's a circus here. Yeah, believe me, sometimes circus. But the main thing is we have to stop the OD crisis and try to protect this mother and little child here in this building who live here in this establishment. We do not want to expose anyone to any bad situations or tragedies, let alone another OD to happen as well. Volunteers are desperately needed. More neighbors have been more vigilant about everything that's going on. And I'm going to let the OCH know about what's going on. The property manager is hard to get a hold of. He never returns your call, The tenant worker doesn't return my call of all the things going on over the years. Actually has blocked me, but that's her problem. But the facts are the facts, And that is that. Sorry, I just lost my voice a bit. I think I caught a bit of a cold or allergies. My throat's kind of scratchy today. But yeah, I've been cycling all day and so forth, keeping busy. Cycling every day for since over a week now, since my brakes are fixed. So yay! I'm very happy to have my bicycle fixed, have a mirror on my bike, and so forth. So I'm very happy about that. So I think volunteers are a good idea to have for community housing to prevent OD crisis from going on. Understaffed issues, especially on the Sunday, is a big concern as well. So yeah. I just hope this party has no tragedies. I'm going to do everything in my power to do preventive measures. I'm going to tell the OCH staff in the breakfast community that they're planning a party in a month, and they are known to do drugs, especially this one particular person. Of course, they're going to deny it. Of course, they are. But I'm going to say, we got to figure out a way to. They're going to deny it. Just going to deny it. I mean, there's definitely going to be drugs involved. I mean, come on. That's all they do. Well, she does anyway. Main thing is safety. Trying to prevent another OD tragedy. Naloxone kits and drug testing is the main thing. I'm going to try to talk to them to deal with this. It's going to be this Thursday. Then Saturday, this party might be happening Saturday or Sunday or whatever. So we got to TikTok get these things distributed before the weekend, next weekend. Otherwise, another tragedy might happen. We don't want that, do we? Other than that, I hope everyone had a safe weekend, had a good weekend, and enjoying the nice weather here in Ottawa, Ontario, above average temperatures. Although tonight's getting a little cool, sunset's going down at 7:30 around now, so it gets dark past 7:30, and it's so warm out it kind of throws it off guard. But yeah, early sunsets and so forth. I'm very careful on my biking. I've been cycling since I was a child, so I'm very, very careful about that. And yeah, the potholes. I fell down on my bike last week because I was overtired. But yeah, and be aware of your surroundings. There are widows out there, and so forth. So safety is the key. We don't want any more ODs in our building, and we'll do everything to keep everyone safe at the end of this month. They can have the party, they can do the drugs, whatever, but just be safe and no more ODs. And that's what I'm going to focus on this upcoming Thursday at the community breakfast. Make sure they got the naloxone kits and so forth, and the drug testing kits. So that's what I have to say for this Sunday. This morning when I left, smoking crack openly in the hall. She was walking around her laundry in the morning. It's like, what the hell's going on here? I mean, come on, that's just fucking sick. Get some clothes on. Well, what the heck? Just like, this is not a fucking bedroom. The hallway is the hallway. It's a public place. It's not your apartment. Either she's losing her mind, becoming senile, maybe. Maybe she's becoming dementia. Why was she walking around in the hallway in her lingerie? She did that once before too. And two guys in the hallway didn't say anything about that. I come up my bike, it's like, what the? I'm talking about the party they're going to have. But hope she's not becoming senile. Hope she's not becoming senile. Or dementia might be creeping in. Because why would she walk around in the hallway in her lingerie? Maybe her mind is going. And I'm worried about her mental health as well. Like she may be having dementia or something, or maybe experiencing senility. But who knows? Maybe she wasn't high. Maybe she's losing her mind or something. I don't know. It's not the first time that this has happened in the past few months, actually, seeing her in her lingerie with waiting for somebody coming to her from the elevator that other time. But yeah, what is wrong with that picture? Who knows? Maybe she's being victimized too. Maybe, who knows? I don't know. But she's going to orchestrate the party and everything, and all these people are going to be going there. So we got to prevent the OD from happening. There's going to be drug circling there galore. So we got to make preventive measures to stop another OD from possibly happening in this future party. Not just this one, but everywhere around the city, all over Ottawa, all over the city, where everyone gets their checks. So we need volunteers to help out with that. Private security, police, volunteers, neighbors have to be vigilant, and so forth. So that's about it for me right now this Sunday. And yeah, just hope to God that things are going to be okay this upcoming end of the month. The drug use and the partying and the strangely, it seems like human trafficking and prostitution going on strange men peeping in people's doors and everything, all that. Like this one across the hall from me was kind of listening in her door when these people were out calling her, so that was suspicious too. I don't know. It's like I'm the whistleblower of all these suspicious activities, these drugs and everything, all that. And of course, they are going to say I'm crazy because they are a group of people who are the same circle: the drugs, the possible prostitution, human trafficking, possibly. Birds of a feather flock together and protect each other. And the person who is trying to tell the truth about all the things going on, well, that's what they do. But it's very disconcerting about this. I saw you, the name on a comment. It is Lisa. Just checking out my chats, my friend. I can't really see, my eyes are kind of blurry. I can't really read the whole thing. Yeah. So yeah, that's about my evening right now. Life, like, I'm glad I never got into drugs. I'd be dead a long time ago if I got involved with that. I like my beer sometimes. I'm only had 2 of them so far today, and I'm gonna have 3 maximum just to relax after a long day cycling. I'm gonna have some lentils for supper. I had lentils for breakfast. I had spaghetti for lunch with salad and a nice cake for dessert for lunch. So ate pretty okay, I say. And yeah, it's gonna wind down watching TV and so forth. And these people, they do anything to try to hide their little whatever's going on, the illegal things going on. It's definitely illegal things going on, obviously, going on for years. And of course, they're all going to damn well, probably say I'm crazy and all that. But when that did happen last time years ago with the guy who was sentenced, I actually recorded to just to prove that they are lying, saying, "Oh yeah, she's crazy. Oh yeah, click." That proof right there that they are the liars. And the same thing's happening again. So that's another thing. If they're a group all doing that, that's another thing for conspiracy as well. It's conspiracy. It is drug trafficking and possible prostitution, possible human trafficking. I don't know. But yeah, and I'm getting sick and tired of it. There's a lot of us getting sick and tired of this BS. Why is somebody who did one infraction evicted and banned, but somebody who bashed my chest and badly sold me still living here? Why was he not evicted for that? Because I'm indigenous? And if that is so, that is total, complete racism. So that's another thing that's another thing that is a fact. And the fact this person is reaching out to indigenous people, inviting them to her place, do not do that. If drugs are involved and everything, all that, you don't want to be there. It's a bad idea, like I said. Because if you cut there and the police happen to go there and there is drug involvement and you happen to be there with this person, those people, then you shall be in trouble too. So anyways, that's about it for me. I'm not that tired. I'm not that sore. I'm getting used to cycling. My muscles aren't sore. I had a big cramp when I was cycling. I had a hamstring cramp. That's about it. But drinking lots of water, the lentils that were left downstairs give good protein. It's good for vegetarians too. It's not meat protein. It's a good protein. And yeah, it helps keep your muscles going. It's good for your intestinal system. It's like a fiber, high fiber, good protein, good carbohydrates, energy, all kinds of things. Lentils. I'm beginning to like them more and more and more. But yeah, the thing I'm focused on is safety and preventing ODs, and try to maintain or control the drug use and violence and suspicious activities going on here. So yeah, that's about it for me this evening, my friends. It's good you guys all joined in. Glad to see you all. Yeah. Who knows what it may be? I don't know why she was in the laundry. She never did that before. She was in the laundry today. Two guys didn't do anything. Another time she was in the laundry but elevator waiting for some guy to come right down the hallway. I'm not sure if she's losing her mind or she's just, I don't know. I don't know. Something wrong there. Maybe she needs to be mentally checked for maybe dementia or senility is coming in. She's in the mid 60s soon. It's possible her mind may be going. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And she was an ex prostitute and everything, all that. But maybe she just think I don't know what's going on. Who knows? I don't know. But that has to be seriously addressed because it's been twice I've seen her in the laundry in the hallway, twice just in within the past few months, which is not right, you know. And two guys didn't do anything. They was, you know, it's like, don't they say anything to her? Does she know? What the hell? I don't know. Something wrong there. I'm just kind of concerned about that too. So yeah, that's another thing. But anyways, yeah, we gotta take care of each other. Keep any tragedies happening in the building. OD crisis is bad. We don't want another OD in this building. And we have to make sure that no criminal activity escalates to home takeovers, human trafficking, or God, you know, gang activity, and so forth. Break and enters can happen after that, and so forth. So that's about it for me. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Like I said, I'm going to take it easy, watch some TV, and yeah, there's a few other YouTubers going to be on this evening, I think, if not right now. So yeah, and I love you too, my friends. Talk to you soon. Take care.